Okay, so the title of today's video is going to be if you're not ready to be bored, you're not ready to be lean. What do I mean by that? So, before I got on this journey of trying to build a dream physique that I've always wanted, but I was always too lazy to achieve, my life was based around consumerism, consuming things, and entertainment. Because one thing about eating whatever you want, doing whatever you want, is very entertaining. Whether you're on social media all day doom scrolling, whether you're chasing a bunch of women, whether you're on dating apps, whether you're going to the corner store at 12 o'clock at night and spending $25 on different chips and different candies and ice cream and watching corn all the time and gooning all the time and just living a life of escapism all the time. All of a sudden, when you make the identity shift that is necessary for you to attain and work toward the physique that you really want, that you know you can possess if you put in the work, life will become monotonous. I said boredom because people can understand that, but it's more monotony than boredom. In all actuality, it's actually solitude because many people, like myself included, get solitude and boredom mixed up with each other. Today, I live a life of solitude. My life is very structured. I don't do much stuff because I don't have the desire to do much stuff. What I do is I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I use some mouthwash, I use my water pick, I wash off my face, I put on my gym clothes, I put on my gym jacket, I get up, I get in my car, I turn my car on, I head to the gym, I put my headphones in, I start working, I do my workout routine. Now, this is something that I do and I'm going to talk about later. I don't rest between sets per se. I walk between sets in the gym. So by the time I'm finished doing my workout, I've already gotten my 10K steps in. That's a hack. I'll talk about that in the video later on. Then I come home. I make my protein shake. I drink my protein shake. I eat my prepped meal I have prepped already. I go through the day. I go to the store if I have to. I go to work if I have work because I'm an entrepreneur. I own my own business. If I have work, I go to work. I do my work. I come home. I eat the foods that I'm supposed to eat. I try to make a YouTube video. I try to go live on TikTok. I try to make an Instagram post. I try to be a producer instead of a consumer because my whole life I've been a consumer. And by being a consumer, I consumed 100 pounds of fat on my body. Now, by being a producer and producing things, I've been able to subtract 75 of that 100 pounds off my body in like 5 months. Now, watch the video today on 6 months of locking in will transform your life. That's an absolute truth because it's been about 4.5 months, and I've gone from 235 pounds, 35-ish% body fat because I didn't get my body fat scanned, but I can guarantee you by the pictures, if you go look at my cover photo on my channel, I was at least 235 pounds and at least 35% body fat. I had breasts like a woman. I had a pregnant belly, looked like I was about to explode with a baby, looked like I was about to have twins. I couldn't see my willy, and I looked like I was on the verge of a heart attack, diabetes, getting my legs cut off, and all of those type of things. Now, fast forward 4.5 months later, I have gotten down to about 175 poundish. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I'm 173. Throughout the day, I might get up to like 178 based on water and food intake. And if I use the bathroom, because protein will make you not use the bathroom very much. The way I slept last night, if I did a leg workout, if I did an arm workout, it all depends. That's why I don't go off of the scale. I go off of the mirror and I go off of photos. Now, the thing about it is the mirror is never going to lie. So what's going to happen is this journey is going to become monotonous because you're going to be repeatedly doing the same things and eating the same things over and over and over again. But I'm going to tell you this, and this is a truth that I've heard from many creators, and it's a truth that I've experienced. There is nothing on the face of the earth that is more entertaining or tastes better than having and working towards a lean, athletic, aesthetic physique. I have never tasted a piece of food. I have never tasted a piece of cake. I have never tasted anything that tastes better than the way I feel right now. And I'm not even done on my journey because I am working toward getting to whatever body fat percentage I have to see a complete six pack with a flat stomach with veins in it. Now, I probably around 14-ish% as we speak right now. I can see my top two abs. I can start to see my bottom two. I can see the indentation between them. Where my willy's at is flat, but my body fat and my belly fat has consumed to the bottom where my bottom abs are at. And it's very soft and it's flabby and it's watery. That's why I know I'm getting close. I'm gonna make a video about how I work out. I'm gonna make some shorts about working out in the gym and how I have attained this in this period of time. But I'm gonna say this. If your nutrition is not right and you're not eating in a deficit and you're not active, I don't care how many weights you lift. I don't care how many times you go to the gym. Just look for yourself if you're a gym goer, or if you start going to the gym, or if you're somewhat lean or considerably lean. I go to the gym every day. I don't lift weights every day. I just love the gym. I love the atmosphere. I love being in there. I love being active. I'll go do cardio on the days I'm not lifting. I'll get my steps in when I'm not lifting. I have a few people I talk to, a few people I fist bump. I like the interaction with people that I have. I like the smiles I get. I smile at people. I like people coming up to me telling me that I'm inspiring them. Many people ask me what I'm doing and then they tell me they're not going to do it after. I fully understand. That's okay. But what I'm saying is that you have to be ready to be bored and to live a monotonous life while you're in your lockout phase. You can't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol anyway. Haven't drank alcohol in over 20 years. Don't like alcohol. But if you want to get lean, you're not going to be able to drink. I had somebody hit me up on Facebook and asked me what I was doing. And the first thing I told him he was going to have to do was stop drinking a 12 pack after work. And he told me that's a no go. And I never talked to him again. So just be ready to have some boredom. In the beginning, you're probably not going to be bored because you're going to be so full of motivation and you're going to get results so fast that you're going to be so excited that you're going to like be in love with this process so much. But then whenever you actually start getting down to around 15-ish% body fat, 16, 15, 17, 14, around that area, the results come very, very slow after that. And you have to be very, very patient. And that's when most people quit or they just plateau and they give up and they're happy with the physique they have. That's not what I want to do. I want the dream physique that I want at 45 years old. I want to be able to take my shirt off. I want to be able to live with my shirt off. Salute to the dudes that make videos with their shirt off all the time. That ain't arrogance. That is showing that you have put in the work and you have the discipline to be able to be confident enough to have your shirt off at all times. Because I'm going to do the same thing. Whenever I peak physique, I'm just going to stay with my shirt off all the time because that's a sign that I love myself enough, that I worked hard enough to be able to show off what I've done. Because your physique speaks without you having to say a word. Your physique says everything about you. I don't want to hear about the looks max and stuff. I don't want to hear about the doom height stuff. I don't want to hear about none of that kind of stuff. All I want to tell you is your physique says everything about you. It says everything about your habits. It says everything about your discipline. And it says everything about your consistency. And I will say this and I'm going to close. The price of boredom is worth the gain of getting lean. Getting lean is worth the price of boredom, bar none. I'll be back with another video. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all being here with me, and I'll talk to y'all soon.